Welcome back to Ill Eagle Culture Brands Red Tape Talk. I'm your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my two counterparts as per usual, Cody Big Meat Mauk and Dion No Cup. Larry?
I got one cup
Got one cup today?
One cup. I'm lacking.
I think you've earned the name. We can call you that with or without the cups.
I think
though.
so. It's been, what, 2-3 years now? 4 years, honestly. So, hell yeah. It's been a long time.
So I know that, we missed the 4th of July pod because it was on a Thursday when we record. And we weren't going to do one, but we decided there's just so much going on that we should probably knock a couple out this week. So we're going to do today's, which is being recorded on Monday, and then we'll do our normal Thursday one. But before we get started on all the crazy stuff that's going on in the national news, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the little boy that died in Moorhead back in like March. Kind of a suspicious death. He was being babysat by a couple girls, Easton Duranovic or something like that.
I saw they were marching for him or something.
I didn't hear. I don't know if I heard about that.
Yeah, so it was really suspicious because there's like this guy and this girl let these they're essentially a couple lesbian chicks watch their kids, but for like an extended period of time. I don't know if they went to Wee Fest or something like that or somewhere, but so they had them for a few days. They called the police, called 911 one day because the two lesbian chicks did, because the baby wasn't breathing or choking or some shit. So they called 911. The police came. The baby had already expired. They tried to do all kinds of life-saving measures to no avail. The baby was pronounced dead at the hospital. But then they said when the police went to investigate at the hospital, they found a bunch of bruises and abrasions all over the baby's body, on the chest, back, arms, stomach, some face. So they thought it was suspicious, so they started an investigation into what was going on, and right away the internet, like, my daughter knew these chicks, and so, like, I was seeing it blow up with, like, people close to her, and she was, like, sharing and tagging people. So I was like, everyone was suspicious about these girls, saying that they were bad chicks and that, they're abusive, and they've seen it, and, like, so it was just super crazy. Well, nothing of it since that happened until today this came out, so I want to play this. It's about 4 minutes long, but it's some shit that'll really piss you off, man.
Oh, man.
But it's right here in our community, which is why I wanna highlight it and share it, because it's fucked up.
I thought they had like another one of their kids too. Were they watching multiple kids?
Yeah, 2 kids. There's a little girl as well. The little girl's has been in foster care and still is at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's check this out real quick.
This is gonna like drop.
It's gonna piss you off.
We have an update regarding this pair charged with second-degree murder in the death of 3-year-old Easton Duranjic last March. Cheyenne Erickson and Rosa Garza, also known as Mason Garza, have each been charged with second-degree murder without intent in the child's death. We'll read the statement of probable cause to you for more details on all this, with the names of witnesses and others omitted. From the criminal complaint, quote, on March 18th, 2024 at 1:09 a.m., Moorhead Police, Fire, and Ambulance were dispatched to 1502 Bellesley Boulevard, apartment 204 in Moorhead, regarding a 3-year-old male that wasn't breathing. Officers were among the first to arrive on scene. At the scene was a female witness and an unresponsive male child identified as Easton. Officers attempted life-saving measures until paramedics transported the child to Sanford Medical Center. All the officers noted the child appeared to have heavy bruising on his face and body. An officer spoke with a female witness who indicated she had arrived at the apartment at 12:50 a.m. to watch the victim and his sister. That victim's sister has remained in protective custody since then. The female witness says she arrived there at the request of Rosa Garza, also known as Mason Garza. The female witness stated she was asked to come and watch the children because Garza stated his girlfriend, Cheyenne Erickson, needed to go to the hospital because she was sick. The female witness stated that she was aware the victim, the child, was also sick and had been throwing up substantially and could not keep any food down. The female witness stated when she arrived, the child was asleep and the victim was on the couch. The victim asked for some water, which she supplied, and shortly after, the child started coughing and gagging and eventually became unresponsive. The victim was later pronounced dead at the hospital at 2:33 a.m. On March 18th, a deputy was assigned the primary detective of the investigation and went to the hospital. Detectives entered a trauma room and saw the victim on his back. The deceased had significant bruising over his entire body and stomach, appeared distended. Doctor documented several bruises on the face and head, as well as numerous bruises to his hand, elbow, legs, knee, and buttocks. Detective photographed the injuries of the victim for evidentiary purposes. The criminal complaint goes into a lot more detail of abuse and text messages between the pair. At the end here, the female witness stated in interviews that she had advised both defendants that they should take the victim to the hospital on March 17th, the day before, but they did not. The female witness further stated to detectives that Garza has a temper, as does the other defendant. She has also seen defendant one, Garza, scream at the victim when he is upset, slap the victim, flick the victim in the mouth, and spank the victim. On June 26, 2024, investigators received the final autopsy report from the medical examiner, including toxicology results. The final autopsy report outlined evidence of 28 blunt force injuries. The autopsy noted the manner of death was a homicide and the cause of death was an assault. Detectives spoke with the medical examiner, who indicated that the victim died from peritonitis due to a perforation of the victim's bowel. The medical examiner stated that it appeared the injury sustained from one blow given its location and presentation. Medical examiner noted that a child with such an injury may be able to survive for a few days, however, would not be moving around and would appear in significant discomfort. The medical examiner further noted that the bruising appeared to be similar in color and age. Again, that was from the criminal complaint.
That's brutal.
Yeah. So, holy fuck, first of all, like, these bitches, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what they said about the fact that, like, that whatever he had, I can't remember what he called it, but that a victim could survive for a few days on it, but be very sick and ill. That's what was happening with the baby. And when the sister was like, he's sick, you should take him to the hospital.
It sounded like, to me, that Rosa Garza punched him in the stomach.
Yes.
And made his bowels
punctured it. It punctured it. And that's what caused him to die over time, bro.
Yeah.
So he was suffering for a few days, is what I'm gathering from the way he explains it. And this girl, Cheyenne, the white chick here, got sick and asked Garza to take her to the hospital. And the little girl, the female witness, they keep saying, I believe is the victim's sister. They said that she said, hey, he's been sick and throwing up. You should take him too. And they neglected to do so. But they could have probably saved his life had they done that.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they would have discovered something was wrong. They would have discovered they were beating the shit out of him too, but he wouldn't have had to die.
Yeah.
Why they're calling this second degree murder without intent is weird. It's like they're cutting them a break, and I don't think they fucking deserve any of that. That was clearly intentional. Their hurt and pain that they caused them, bro.
Yeah. What I don't understand is, so the Cheyenne girl, she didn't do nothing, but she didn't do anything.
From the sounds of it, she was
just accomplice.
She just watched. Yeah, she was an accomplice, and didn't miscared for the children as well, and maybe didn't stop Garza from abuse.
Yeah.
When she was doing it, or maybe she contributed in some factor. I don't know.
So my question is, this Rosa Garza, who identifies as Mason,
right.
Red flag number 1.
Bingo.
They said that person has a temper. Why would any mother want to leave their child with someone like that?
My hopes is that she didn't have a fucking clue that this was going on. The other thing from what I understand is that she might not be the most ideal parent, but was like trying to leave her in the hands of people she believed
We're good
at least. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. Like I'd say there's a combination of really poor decision making as a parent, combined with a couple piece of shit human beings, man.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of the upset, at least from what I saw, was that none of the information was getting out to the parents and the people that cared for this boy.
Where was the dad?
I don't think he's in the picture because I saw on the news today they did an interview with the mom and some dude, but he's a black dude, and Easton doesn't look like he has any.
He's like the cousin.
Oh,
or
is
something
he?
Like
okay.
that.
I just saw the picture and I thought maybe it was like boyfriend and girlfriend situation, and
I don't know.
I don't think the dad's in the picture then because the girl seems to be kind of doing her own thing.
And the dude was talking the most, but he's either the uncle or the cousin or something like that. He's one of the two, but I remember because I watched that same interview. I'm pretty positive.
So I'm pretty sure that Asia used to be roommates with the girl, the mom of these kids, I believe.
So she's young.
She's 20 or she's around Asia's age,
yeah,
22, 23ish.
Makes a little more sense for why she would have your kid watch.
Two kids at that point, you know.
Yeah,
two kids, and one clearly older because she was able to give so much
direction.
You know,
I mean,
this account though, you know,
when you think of 3 years old, that's a big kid. I mean, my nephew's 2 and he's a big kid.
Yeah.
Like 3, you can damn near talk and stuff. So
it's just so crazy, bro. Like especially because he was dying over time. Like that just fucking irks me, man. Irks me.
Yeah,
and they're bitches, bro. They deserve everything they have coming.
When I see his little face, and I can automatically just associate with Roman, and just the very thought of anybody.
No way, man. Yeah,
you would set the fucking world on fire.
Yeah, it would be murder. It would be murder. If you're a real dad, it's it. It's over.
It's a wrap. Yeah. You're done.
But if you're a real dad, you would have never let your kid be in that situation anyway. You know what I mean? You would be in the kid's life where the mom didn't have to make a decision like that.
Yes.
You know, but yeah, so clearly there's a lot more to the story here, unfortunately.
I can only hope and pray, and I'm, you know, as a religious person, I have to go into that other side and hope that justice is served behind bars the way that it should be.
That's usually where justice takes place in situations like this. You know what I mean? When it comes to pedophiles and rapists and child murderers, they pay the price in prison, not because of the time they have to serve, because it's usually not a lot of time.
The people that they're serving with.
If they can't be protected, if they don't get PC'd up and they get out there in fucking general population, it's a wrap.
Oh, these people will be out.
And they flag them. You know what I mean? Don't think they don't, bro. They flag them. They make them wear a different color so everyone knows who they are.
Yep.
Shit like that, bro. Like
it's interesting. I wonder what prison that person would go to. I can't imagine the other Cheyenne girl will get as harsh a punishment when the facts do come out.
They're both being charged with the same charge right now, it looks like. So I don't know.
She'll probably plead to a lesser
My guess is she'll plead to a lesser charge too. But
she also looks like she's the most distraught.
Exactly.
And the other chick looks like she's trying to be hard. Cold. So let her be hard. Send her to prison.
Yeah, exactly.
Appleton.
In fact, she identifies as a man. Put her in with the men because she, you know what I mean? Like let's see how that changes.
Yeah.
Because she'll get raped 10 ways to Sunday in the male prison, bro. I promise you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's just the way. Like let them have that. Let them give them what they. You want to use the men's bathroom. You want to, you know what I mean? Do all this stuff that men get with this whole society they're playing on right now.
Yep.
Cool. When you get busted for a crime, you should be locked up with your kind then.
Yep.
Because I'm telling you, no woman deserves to be in an all male prison.
Yep.
Because it'll be bad news, bro.
Yep.
Bad news.
They'll learn real quick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
those guys are hungry. They'll take whatever they can get. They're hitting dudes in there. You throw a woman in there,
little Dion's.
Yeah,
it's not me. There's a show on Netflix. I can't remember.
Gabriel Fernandez.
No, I can't. No, that one's sad.
This food tried to be predictive and shit.
No,
it is that one.
That one's super sad.
Got me. It's kind of not really similar, but
about a situation like this.
Similar situation.
Little boy that was abused
for a long time.
By the mom and the boyfriend too.
Yep.
I remember that, and they were all fucked up.
They were beating the fuck out of him. It was sad.
And they didn't they like show no remorse when they got busted too or some shit?
No.
Yeah, they were like wicked.
This one was just about a prison. Basically, they were trying to give guys the opportunity to be just free in the prison. So they're in the prison. Oh, yeah, they're free. Yep. I can't remember 90 days out or something like that. It's something else. It's a new one that they just came out with.
Yeah, it's like Locked Up or something.
Yeah, and so that came out maybe 2 months ago on Netflix, and one of the inmates from that prison was, from what I saw, murdered because the publicity got to him. Obviously, people found out where he was, what prison he was in.
Are you serious?
How else would he get murdered?
No, I didn't know. Somebody from that show got murdered?
Yeah.
Like one of the prisoners?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
I don't remember his name, but it was like one of the young white dudes that was like making the hooch and stuff.
Oh, no shit.
The young white dude, not the one with the long hair, but the other one, the one that had been in there longer.
Yeah.
Somebody, they didn't say this, but somebody killed him or he died, but he was set to be released in like 30 days from when he passed away.
How did you know he died?
Just saw it in the news.
No kidding.
Yeah. So what I assume is somebody found out where he was and had somebody go do some stuff to him. That's the only assumption I could gather.
That would be the most accurate assumption because
in prison,
what they fucking do.
Yeah,
that's what they do, bro.
That is what they do, and so and he's a goofy dude. Like he was acting up just to act up. Like he had no reason for it. Like he was getting into drugs that he had no business doing. He didn't want to, and he started to straighten out at the end of the show, and then now obviously he's gone now, so a little too late, unfortunately.
Ain't no future in it.
No,
not at all, bro. It's crazy.
No, but then that people are pissed that they put that show out and gave people a platform that are bad people, and now this is a repercussion of having that show. Is okay, now you just got somebody killed because you wanted to make a TV show about their life.
Damn.
In prison. That's crazy.
I didn't really think about that.
That's crazy.
Like that.
It is. And like they're letting new guys in there. That's crazy. Yeah. You should not be letting new people into a prison where they don't have to be in their cells. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Because they don't know the game.
Yeah. They already made their
intentional. They just want them all to kill each other.
Well, they make their own rules. They're like, you guys got to make your own rules. Figure it out. Then they leave them.
It's like that.
It's like that in real prison, though.
That experiment.
But motherfuckers, the prisoners run prison. Don't ever let anyone fool you that the guards are running the prison.
But they have to be locked up.
Yeah. Yes.
This one, they don't get locked up.
But they have schedules, but not everyone has to get locked up.
Exactly. Yeah. So these guys are on 23 and 2 or whatever it is. So, but I don't know. That, bro. It was an interesting.
I only
TV
ever
show.
went to jail, and that's enough for me. That was the worst experience of my life, bro.
I don't want to see it.
Serving time, there's nothing fucking cool about it.
A few hours in detox, and that was good enough for me.
Detox?
New Year's Eve.
You woke up all comfortable, like, what the fuck? Get me out of here.
Yeah. I woke up.
He was like on a king-size mattress.
I actually tried to kick the door in, but that didn't work.
The fucking glass,
I could see
plexi glass door.
I tried to kick in. I was messed up. And
still fucked up?
Yeah. And then I tried to stand on the toilet and climb out through the tiles.
Oh my fucking God. This fool been watching too much Shawshank.
For real,
And me and the homie in the corner. It was just me and another guy in the corner.
Cody played one day in jail, bro, and he played full out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm breaking out.
He tried to escape. He tried to fight.
Went through the sewer system. He's swimming out the pipes on the back end.
What's funny is like they must have called whoever the cop was that brought me in. He said, Cody, you're not being charged with anything, but you keep this up, you're going to be charged. I was like, okay,
hey, tough guy, chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
You're free to go. What's wrong with you?
Then I was like,
give it 2 more hours.
I called one of the people that was working there. I was like, dude, I'm so thirsty. You got to give me something to drink. And he gave me a Gatorade.
The McDonald's cheeseburger, some fries.
Yeah.
Fucking
they're like, dude, the door's unlocked. What are you doing? Just come out here and talk to us.
Yeah.
He's like, we're breaking out. Who's with me?
Who wants to go with me? Oh fuck. Well, you guys did quite a bit of another sharing in general on Instagram.
Well, you missed the live pod we did.
I missed the live pod.
Did you watch the debate at all?
I watched the end of the debate, about like the last 40 minutes.
Let me tell you,
right before they started talking about golf. I told
this on the live one. It was so entertaining.
Yes. But it got more entertaining after than the actual debate was, because immediately the entire Democratic Party and all their mainstream media
went crazy,
bro.
They went crazy.
And I mean,
they were waiting though. They knew this was going to happen. It was totally scripted. Everyone said the same thing.
Yeah.
And they all acted like it was the first time they seen him perform that way.
Yeah, right.
Which was the stupidest telling sign of it all. I was like, could it be any more fake? They're all of a sudden stunned. I'm like, he's been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah.
And now they're looking at it like, oh, something might be wrong. It's just like, what do you mean? We all knew he was going to do that because that's what he does every time. It's all fake, bro. Like, they're trying to throw him under the bus.
Like, since 2019. You guys remember that video of him standing outside of that pool talking to a bunch of black folk? And he was like, I remember the kids rubbing.
Oh, they rub the hair on my leg
rub
upwards.
the hair up and down, and turns blonde in summertime.
Wasn't that the same interview where he said poor kids are just as smart as white kids? Yeah.
And I know a lot about roaches, and I love kids jumping on by my lap. Yeah, Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran with some bad boys. That's where my shirt comes from.
Yeah.
So, but that was in 2019. He was doing that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it just obviously progressed and got worse. But this was like there's no denying it at all.
See, I mean, we gotta address the elephant in the room, which is kind of where I started watching was. They're fucking arguing about who can swing further in golf. Like that's ridiculous.
For sure.
20 minutes talking about that bullshit.
Here's the worst part is we've been saying this. Like we're choosing between the lesser of evils. Yeah. Both of them have some pretty idiotic shit that they say and do. But with what we have in front of us, Trump is,
I think,
by far the standout.
But hold on, I think that. Trump did a lot. He did way better in this debate, letting Biden talk.
He didn't have an option.
Correct, but he still
yes,
you know
he held
Trump
himself
is, right. Like in the 2020 debate, he wouldn't shut up. Dude.
Yeah,
if you just shut up and let him talk, he would have buried himself into a hole. Yep. And this time, thank God the mics were cut off.
Yeah, I think that was to his favor.
That was to his favor, and I was glad.
Yep.
But Biden, I think what happened was he baited Trump into that golf thing because he knows how much Trump loves golf.
Yeah. No.
He baited
that
him.
Motherfucker's not that smart to plan it out like that, bro.
Well,
he was really trying to lie and act like he was good at golf because he's trying to compare himself to Trump.
Maybe he didn't bait him, but Trump, he went in.
Trump ate it for sure.
When you talk about golf, like that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker loves golf.
Yeah.
So that's my, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that's his thing, and that's why he went after it. And he's like, "You're not a 6 handicap. I've seen your swing. I've seen it.
Eight at best." No, that shit. But like
I agree.
You're arguing with the dude who can't even fucking walk up the stairs. You think he can go? No one's like, "Oh, this guy's a good golfer."
Yeah, planned or not, Trump tripped on a wire on that one for sure.
Yeah, and but the other one was. He didn't address healthcare or childcare at all.
I love that Biden actually brought back the Proud Boys thing and tried to fucking get Trump stumbled up on that again. I'm just like, kill that. It's been completely debunked and completely shown to be a fucking lie.
It's 4 years ago.
He's so incompetent, bro.
Talking about
it's just
stuff
complete incompetence.
4 years ago, 6 years ago, talking about the Charlottesville thing, and why are we so concerned about stuff that happened so many freaking years ago?
Here's the other thing,
January
too.
6th, like
what we discovered afterwards, because, as we say that the entire DNC turned on him right after, and now they're throwing him under the bus and saying they got to exchange him. There's talk of Kamala Harris being the one. There's talk of Michelle Obama. There's talk of Newsom. Newsom was there at the debate with Biden and his team in the backstage.
Yep.
So that was a little kind of weird, like what's going on. They say that he's campaigning right now too, and sort of like putting his name out there and talking and getting around.
I wonder if he's if he's jiving for the VP spot.
Maybe.
That'd be so bad.
That counts.
I don't want. No, it does.
He's a hella compulsive liar, so like he would make a really good candidate,
dude.
Somewhere in that.
Anywhere Gavin Newsom is, I hope people understand that's just a bad spot to be.
I just think his track record shows like people won't. California's in the worst shape of any fucking state right now, bro. Like, there's no way anyone's gonna look at what he's done and been like,
"I love it."
Yeah, he could get the country.
Exactly.
No fucking way, bro.
I mean, was there enough fraud to? Because they recalled him. Was there enough fraud there, Or was there enough stupid people there that voted him back in?
Both.
Fraud for sure.
I think it's both. There is stupid people who vote him back in because he panders to a certain
That
group
is
of
true.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the gays and the all that stuff like that, and the
homeless.
and, the homelessness and all that. So like definitely there's that. There's also the fact that he went from being like a thousandaire to 100 millionaire plus.
Yep.
In a matter of 4 years or some shit. So like there's a lot of sketchy shit on there. But what I love most, and just for the sake of time to like kind of fast forward this, because there's a lot in this conversation, Biden has today come out and said,
I ain't leaving.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that was
He
wild.
literally said, run against me.
I'm not
I
fucking
dare you."
leaving.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I want to play that one clip, but he wrote a long letter and just kind of detailed he's going to stand his ground.
100% not him that wrote that letter. 100%.
For sure not. It's just like I don't even think this audio is really him. I think he's when he gets mad, he can't speak.
No.
And in this one, he's mad. He's
Make my day,
articulate.
pal.
You know what I mean? He's talking tough and he's
Maybe
got
he just
intonation.
hit that shit, that booger sugar.
Maybe, bro, maybe. But so let's check this out real quick because this shit fucking cracked me up, man.
The American public is not going to move away from me as an average voter. And again, I'm here for two reasons, pal. One, to rebuild the economy for hardworking middle-class people, give everybody a shot. Just a straight shot. Everybody gets a fair chance. Number one. Number two, remember all this talk about how I don't have the black support? Come on, give me a break.
I don't have the black
Come with me.
support.
Watch. I'm getting so frustrated by the elites. Now, I'm not talking about you guys, but about the elites in the party who they know so much more. But if any of these guys don't think I should run against me, go ahead, announce the president. Challenge me in the convention.
All right, that's some bold shit to put out with everything that's going on right now, in my opinion.
I think that was him, but I think they got him juiced up. Who
was he talking about in both case scenarios when he said, I'm sick and tired of the elites? And then he said, not you guys, but the elites. Like, who was he talking about on both of them? Like, who's the not you guys that he considers to be elites?
Yeah.
And then who are the elites he's saying he's tired of them doing this?
To people
Because
at the news station,
I know, but
guess.
for the long, to date, elites is a conspiracy theory word.
Yeah.
To use about people.
That's
So
true.
all of a sudden he's speaking of elites, but then he tells his friends, well, not you guys, the elites, but the other elites.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, bro.
Well, I did see that the Disney heiress is no longer going to be contributing to the Democratic Party. She's pulling all of her campaign
Is that a
donations. Yep. She's
fact? Interesting.
vibing for Joe Biden to step down.
Well, yeah, everyone's turned on him, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Disney heiress is to be commended.
Trusted.
Yeah.
No, I don't think she's to be commended for that decision. I think it's a total game that the Democratic Party is just playing because they've all turned on him at this point.
Yeah. They're all wanting him to step down, but I think that Jill Biden is right in his ear.
So supposedly she's out campaigning without him right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See-
I think it's her.
Have you heard the stuff they're saying about why she's so adamant and trying to keep him convinced? And so his son is because of the way they benefit. She loves the lifestyle. They're saying that there's rumors at the White House saying that she's so into the lifestyle of being in the White House, being the president, his wife, Jill.
Yeah.
And that she's the reason why she's pushing him to still run. She's like, no, don't back down, keep going. Like, it was a fluke, we'll convince them of that, blah, like, because they're saying that she soaks up, because she was a babysitter, she was a nanny, bro.
Yeah.
A nothing. She came from nothing, and now she's got all this royalty in America as the first lady, and they're just like, she doesn't want to lose that, so she's pushing this old demented guy to keep running, and then his son's co-signing it, even though everyone knows they hate each other.
Yeah.
His son's co-signing the efforts because he clearly benefits from his dad being president as well. He'll stop making the kind of money he's making when his dad's not president, but also B,
Get locked up.
he'll get locked up.
Maybe.
He should.
He should.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's
it's
interesting.
a crazy turn of events. Now, what's going to happen from here is anybody's guess because we're waiting to find out who's going to be on that that registration when we go to vote for the Democratic Party, man. And there is a few options. I still think I think their best bet would be Michelle Obama. Like, I do believe that Newsom's looking like the guy right now.
Say that again.
I believe he's looking like the guy, but I think it's a horrible decision.
They were saying
on
another person's name.
Kamala Harris.
They were saying a dude's name.
I don't know.
I have to look it up.
They were saying a dude's name.
Yeah, like a second dude. They were like Gavin Newsom or this guy. And
Oh, I thought they were saying that other guy was going to be like Newsom's.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the name right now.
I don't know. I'd have to see it. Yeah, RFK for the win, dog.
Yeah. So if here's the thing, if he doesn't run, they can't do nothing with his campaign money.
Yeah.
They can't transfer it to another
Unless
candidate.
it's her, unless it's Kamala.
Unless it's Kamala. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only way. So
they got to pull all that money.
And do what with it?
It goes back
To the
It's
people?
refunded.
Really? So
Yeah.
then they'll just give it to the next guy, though.
But they don't want to do that because they don't use a quarter of that money for campaigning, bro.
Yeah.
That goes right into the bank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's no way they want to let that go. And the White House put so much effort into raising all that money over this time, too. They want to be able to use that money otherwise. You know what I mean? If Biden doesn't keep it, it doesn't keep running. So, yeah, they're in a weird situation where, like, regardless of who, how the fuck are they going to pull this off?
Yeah.
Michelle Obama would be their best bet. And I think it looks really good to be like, nope, it ain't me. Nope, it ain't me. Nope, it ain't me. And then be like, all right, you know what, guys? I needed to save America. The black woman is back. Also, I'm a tranny. Vote for me. That would be fucking gold for them, bro. But I don't think it's enough to win anymore. I think people are on to who the Obamas truly are and shit. They're starting to look like the Black Clintons, bro.
I don't know. When I talk to people,
No, they really are. They're starting to look like the Black Clintons.
when I talk to people I know, and I'm like, "Oh, what would you vote for Michelle Obama if she ran then?" And they say, "Yeah," because they don't know any better. They're just like, "Oh, yeah." That's
the last thing this country needs right now is a woman president.
That's true.
If you think other nations don't respect us because of how stupid Biden is right now, put a woman in there, right? In this current climate that we're in, bro. They'll eat us alive.
Yeah.
It's true.
Think about the other nations that are our enemies. They don't even respect women in their countries.
Yeah.
If you put a president in America that's a woman right now, we will be finished.
Yeah.
Dude,
we're just
the
not ready
most
for it.
nuts thing that I can imagine, like if we had a woman as president, a lot of those countries wouldn't even shake their president's hand.
No.
That's
Yeah, it's not nothing against women
No.
not being able to be president. I think in the future, it's a great idea when this country is put back together. But in the current climate that we're in, putting a woman president would destroy us because no other nation would respect us, that the ones that we need to go and mend things with
I was
right
gonna
now.
say Mexico would.
Yeah. Until she's assassinated.
I don't know if that's a flex though.
The
Mexico's
Jewish president of Mexico.
They're pretty corrupt.
I think then we'd be sitting pretty. We got Israel.
Do you think
freaking
in Mexico they refer to her as the U.S. Mexican president?
The what?
Jewish Mexican
Oh.
president?
Jewish.
She's Jewish.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah, but they say he's.
Oh.
For a woman, they would say he's Jewish.
Dude, I think I told you guys this, but
That's Bison talk, man. When they talk about guys, they're like, nah, she's over here. Chow her. And then women, they say he. I don't know why. It's mostly the drunk paisas, but that's what they do.
Oh,
It's weird.
okay.
Paisas?
Paisas.
Paisas.
Paisanos. Italian.
I'm rewatching the Narcos Mexico.
Bro, I feel like you're rewatching that every other week.
No, I rewatched Narcos,
Okay.
but now it's Narcos Mexico, which is the follow-on after Narcos.
Yep.
So this is going into the cartel in Mexico, how
Mhm.
that started and everything, and it just I feel like nothing has changed since the cartel has been started down there.
I could
Nothing
see
has changed.
I could see you being like a border patrol agent or like ice guy.
Because he's racist, or
Yeah, mostly.
Because I'm white.
No, you just kind of have that kind of vibe to you. Not racist or white, but just
you
like,
have that hard R vibe to you.
Yeah. You just-
Damn.
Wetbacks, get back in your own
Go
country.
get to your country.
Gather up all them wetbacks and put them in the truck. It's America.
No, but anyways,
You'd be like on the back of the truck with like a freaking big ass,
M16.
yeah, M16, just fucking.
Pointing it at women and children running across the border.
Orale, vato.
He's on my jobs.
Nah, for real though.
No, but if you guys ever watch that show, it's really entertaining. It's a good show.
I
But
have to check it out.
it's literally
I've never
like
seen it.
I feel like nothing has changed over this many decades that the cartel's been around, because they literally cartel works hand in hand with the government.
Why do you think in those videos?
Oh, we created the cartel.
Well, I mean, the CIA's got their hands into everything.
Yeah.
Why do you think they wear like bandanas and masks to cover up their face? You think they're real videos that they're using?
That's probably just they don't want to be identified from certain agencies that are down there.
Okay, but they're not real video though, right? Like the video they use in those, like the Narcos and like when they're watching people package up drugs and they're explaining like, okay, I sell this for this much and this for this much. This is where I get it from. Do you think those are real videos, or do you think that's just like an actor, but they cover the face to make it seem more real?
It's probably real.
Really?
I think they're pretty brazen.
And they
don't
just
really care.
They just don't give a fuck. They're like, you'll be protected.
Yeah.
I'm sure they know that we know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So
no, it's just if you guys watch that, like this, I think it's based off of like it starts the Sinaloa cartel started in like the 70s or something, and then goes into the 80s, whatever. But the DEA was pretty heavy down there, trying to take them down. Every time they would get close, the CIA would come in and be like, "No,
sorry, can't go get them.
Sorry,
not today.
You know,
we'll get them in a couple years.
Or you take out this guy, and then this guy steps up into his spot, or they want to take that guy out, so they help you take that guy out to put this guy in that spot."
Yeah, who was that Mexican dude you sent us getting baptized? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I thought that was El Chapo.
El Chapo's older, isn't he?
Yeah, I just thought he was all clean shaven and locked
just
up
like
in prison.
Fresh.
Yeah.
He's got just for men in there and shit. He's just like just blacked out beard. Fucking, that'd be crazy.
It was funny though
like
because when I went into the comments, then I noticed everyone was like, "This isn't out." So everyone thought it was
just
him
Chapo is what they.
And the guy that posted is like, "I'm just pointing out what he did as a cool thing in a trash can." I'm like, that's the stupidest post.
His
ever,
nickname was Chapo, is what I would have said. It wasn't. I didn't say it was El Chapo.
That's what he said. He was like, I didn't say EL.
Yeah.
So El Chapo is still locked up in the States. Pretty sure his sons are the ones that run the Sinaloa cartel.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like, it's a family business.
Well, they had to bring him to headquarters so he can run the family for the next mission, bro. So he's at CIA headquarters right now.
You think?
Facilitating.
That's crazy, though. It is a family business.
You're telling me you arrested this man and we're just like, well, now his sons are running everything. That's fine.
But for real, it's just like...
You arrest him, you shut down the operation. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
The fact that the operation's still going means that they arrested him to make a point, send a message, or they're utilizing him in-house. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
He was only powerful as long as they let him be.
I wish we still had like the mob and stuff. That would be sick.
Like you can't tell me that we can go into other countries and take from them at will with war.
Yeah.
But we can't shut down the cartel, bro, at our leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Especially
there's a lot of protection.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a lot of money.
There's a lot of movies about it that show it to be true, documentaries and shit already, bro. Like how the government continues to just look at us and be like, no.
Yeah.
And we just walk away like, no, they said no.
Do you think that there ever will be a president or anybody to fix all of those 3-letter agencies? Or do you think it's just too far gone? It'll never far
I
gone.
think Trump talks like he will, but he ain't gonna do shit.
Not gonna happen.
No way.
CIA's too far gone.
Wait, it's too deep, bro. And I think it goes above and beyond the United States. We don't have any say so in what they do.
And there's no one individual that's gonna be able to like create enough motion to be able to
not without being assassinated. You know what I mean? Like, no way. There's some.
That's why it's got to be enough motion within the whole United States.
It's got to be like all the nations come together and say, "Hey, we got to end this."
And with the ability to fake information now so easily and so well, like it's impossible.
Crazy. I have a feeling that we're gonna have to shift gears in our podcast soon because we're not gonna be able to take anything that's online as credible.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start doing like the lives and shit. Like what's that my kids watch, that Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
Like he just does lives where they just fucking hang out and do stupid shit in
his house.
We're gonna have to do shit like that, bro, because we won't be able to take anything credible from the internet.
I'll never understand these streamers, dude. I don't know how they're popular. I'll never get it.
Did you see his buddy had lit fireworks in his house over?
Yeah, but that was fake. That was in Mr. Beast's studio.
I didn't even go dive that deep into it. I saw it. I was like, there's no way this is real. That literally literally would fucking destroy the entire house and most likely the houses next to it.
Is his studio even like really in his house, or is it just a studio?
I would assume it's just a studio. He
They
makes
do
way too much
crazy
money.
shit in there, yeah.
He make and why would Kevin Hart come to his house, bro?
Yeah.
Like into his little loft area of his
Yeah,
house? No way.
I don't watch
no way.
it, but my
Have a
kids do.
sleepover.
Yeah, that's it. And Drewski and Kevin Hart come sleep over at his house in his little office. No,
That's funny.
I just won't get it. I don't get it.
but yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun.
Cody would love it.
Cody would love that so much.
What, sleepover?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just start doing lives, bro.
What I wanted to talk about, since you love Ryan Garcia and now he got in
with so much hate in you, it's so weird.
he got in trouble for saying the N-word online. But
he was okay.
Did you watch the whole conversation?
He loves black people, so like, why should it matter?
Yeah, and
Lil Wayne said he could.
Did he?
That's what he said.
Lil Wayne said it was okay.
Lil Wayne give the pass.
I don't
dude.
think Lil Wayne said anything about it yet, but, he said he said Lil Wayne told me I could say the N-word, so you guys need to chill. He's on one, bro.
He
Was that a
is,
tweet?
dude.
It was he writes all the shit and then deletes it, bro.
it.
Yeah.
I think there's a handler in his camp, in his circle of friends, bro, that is fucking drugging him up while he's drinking and getting him highly addicted and fucked up, and then taking advantage of his tweets while he's passed out, and then convincing him he's doing it.
Oh,
Like they're Kanye Westing him, bro. Like
It's bad.
He went left hard, bro.
Yeah,
to the point though where I'm 100% on board. Though I'm like, no, this isn't good. This dude needs to knock it off. You know,
He does.
It was embarrassing because he said he was going to rehab.
yeah.
And then he shows up at his brother's fight and he's walking with him. And,
Yep.
and right away, you can tell he's drunk just by the look on his face. I'm like, this isn't good. And he's walking out with his brother trying to rap the song that was going on and just being weird, you know? Like, he totally tries to act hood and he's nothing
Not hood.
hood whatsoever.
That's
But
like
I like
LeBron
him, bro.
acting hood.
So anyways, they go in the ring and they're doing the announcing of the two corners and stuff like that. And Ryan starts arguing with the brothers of Vargas that his little brother Sean was gonna fight one of the Vargases.
Mhm.
And Ryan's standing behind him while the announcer's doing his thing, and he's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up, I'm gonna fuck you up," and he's like yelling, and it was so embarrassing for Sean, his little brother.
Then he lost.
Then he lost, and Ryan must have flipped out in the audience because the announcers are like, and Ryan Garcia is being carried out by security, and then someone showed a video of him, like 4 security guards came up and grabbed him, bro, and were walking him out, and he was just like,
What
just
the
like,
fuck, dude?
so he's just ruining shit, and I'm thinking in my mind, his brother's gonna be so pissed, like Ryan stole the spotlight from him, made a scene, was acting like a fucking drunkard, you know what I mean? And then the next day they do a fucking video together, and Ryan's drinking a fucking what are the shit they drink in the morning?
Clamato.
Champagnes and with shit. What do they call that? Shit?
Screwdriver.
No, like
Mimosa.
chicks go to brunch and drink that shit.
Mimosa.
Yeah, mimosas. He was holding a mimosa in his hand. He's like, so my brother lost one loss for the Garcias against the
want a
Vargases. There's gonna be a rematch. Only this time I'm gonna be his head trainer now. So get ready. I'm putting $250,000 of my own money up. Blah blah. And I'm like, dude, his brother should be like, stay the fuck away from me. Homie, go get help.
Yeah.
Instead, he's encouraging him and being like, yeah, come control everything, And it's just like, it's so fucked up.
It doesn't make sense. But then, so you see public displays of intoxication where you're like, okay, he's doing it himself too. It's not just like somebody is controlling, which could be the
Right, but he
case.
thinks he's just getting drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if someone's
yeah.
dropping a pill in his shit or doing something, who knows?
But with that being said, he knows something's happening.
Yeah.
He knows he has a
Look,
problem.
the reality of it is he could just be fucking fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
And he's just gone.
He
You know what I mean?
is. He
But
is
it's
in
so
a way.
it's so hard to believe that in this current day and age that we're in.
Yeah.
Because usually when someone speaks out against the elites,
Yeah.
and then shows their support for Trump, and they're highly famous, they fall.
See,
And so it's too coincidental for me to just be like, yeah, you know what? He just got filthy rich, and he said, fuck everything that I'm about my whole life, and that made me, I'm just going to act a fool now. Like, it's really hard to believe he went that hard and he's being racist and saying all this, like, something's
he wasn't even being racist. Did you watch the film?
No,
of
yeah,
what
I've
he
seen
said?
the whole thing. I just mean the way that they're
But
painting
yeah,
it,
I mean,
you know what I mean?
no, it was not something he should have said.
It was
on
borderline.
live.
It was borderline crazy
And
for
it,
sure.
yeah, it got.
But I don't believe he's racist or was
No.
trying to be racist. I
No,
think he
not
was
at all.
in his drunken stupor thinking it was okay for him to be that.
Yeah.
Because he thinks he's so important right now. He thinks he's so special. And
That's what I
Yeah.
don't like. And then the excuse of I'm Christian, like I love Jesus. Jesus is I love, and he called himself a god on that same thing. He was like, I'm not gonna get touched. I can't get touched. I'm a god. I'm a Jesus. Is what he said. And I was like, oh, this
Yeah,
guy.
But that's what I mean. He's
Kanye.
cuckoo right now, bro.
Yeah.
And if
Kanye
you
did the
followed
same
him for
thing.
as long as I have, he's actually really intelligent and really well spoken and not weird like this.
Yeah.
He just got this way when he started talking out about the elites.
But was it genuine? Do you think he actually experienced those things?
I don't know.
Because he says he's for the children too, but
I don't
at
know.
this point, it's like I don't.
It's hard to say because all the stuff that he said so far, we've all known about in conspiracy
Before,
theories.
yeah.
So it's not like he was telling us something we unheard of, and he said he had all the evidence but never released it. So I don't know. It's so hard to say.
When he said he had the evidence, he really said that the guy he was talking to had the evidence, which the guy does this is what he said. So he didn't have anything. He just knew the guy that had it and talked with him. So
Meanwhile, he's not going to rehab. He just
He's not-
posted
yeah.
on his story today. He went out and jumped on the private jet. They're headed to Hawaii. So we'll see some antics, I'm sure, today from him in Hawaii.
dude. It's just crazy. Like what? And
He's gonna end up like Tyson.
But you have.
broke.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
And he's hooking up with so many chicks. Like
Yeah, I guess with
OnlyFans
the girls
chicks
that he's
and
spending
fucking
money on.
influencer chicks. He's hooking up with so many of them. It's crazy.
The ones he posts a new one every day, pretty much, which is wild, and they're just like all crazy.
Hickey's all on his
Yeah.
neck taking selfies with them, bro. And they don't even care that he's calling
Dude,
them out. Saying,
Tyson
like,
did the same thing.
He
Yeah.
did. He
Yeah.
did.
He's gonna end up the same way, broke.
The sad part is I think he just posted too today that now he's having a hard time seeing his kids.
Good.
Hey,
I wouldn't want him
Did,
around my kids.
what federation banned him from?
WBC.
So what is that?
Is that for a year or was it
He
lifetime?
said lifetime.
That's what I thought
He
I
said
saw.
it's for a lifetime. I don't know if that was true or not, but he wrote for life, and he's like, "Don't come crawling back when I go to rehab and get better and come back." And I'm just like, "Dude, just go to rehab."
So does that mean he can't box?
Yeah.
he can't box for their federation?
Oh, is that the big one?
It's one of the big ones. Yeah.
Wow,
That's
Wow.
crazy.
see what I mean? Tyson just, I mean, I don't know. Tyson pretty much did the same thing. Like, was it a lot of coke and?
Yeah. But Tyson was pretty evidently on his own accord.
Yeah.
Ryan it seems so suspicious, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyson was battling
Yeah.
real. I mean, and I'm not.
But you saw
discrediting
it
Ryan
happen
either.
in a buildup.
Yeah.
With Ryan, it was a switch of a flip of a switch.
That's
bro.
the weird thing.
It was just like one day he was cool, the next day everyone's like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
And
He's acting weird, and then it just never stopped, bro.
And it's not like he had just got money last year, you know? Like he had money.
He had the money
as a young person.
You don't get a $50 million fight card, bro, because you're finally making it.
Yeah.
No, like it was a buildup for sure.
That's
So
the
he was
odd
rich
thing.
already,
But then becoming like famous on social media, especially for
bro, he was known as a social media influencer,
Yeah, I guess.
and then got really
boxing
famous for
community.
his boxing on the side of it because he's been boxing all his life too. But he got popular as an influencer first,
Yeah.
so he already had that going for him.
That's crazy.
So what the fuck
I
then?
don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird.
Did you guys see the Masvidal Diaz?
Okay, that
boxing
was
match?
a banger ass fight, bro.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I was so impressed. You're talking about two 40-year-old MMA fighters step in a boxing ring, and they threw punches for 30 minutes straight at each
Yeah.
other. Like 30 minutes straight banging on each other, bro. Neither one of them relented. It was a super impressive
Gas
performance by the two of them.
Yeah.
I was uncertain who had the win at the end, bro. But it was you can tell the output was Diaz all day.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they both collectively threw over 1,400 punches.
Yeah, I was
bro.
gonna say Nate Diaz had like 750
Yeah.
punches thrown.
That's crazy.
Collectively, it was
punches
over.
thrown. It was like
But still-
150
But still,
landed.
that energy, you
amount
got to
of
think about the
freaking gas
cardio
tank
they
that
had.
you
bro.
crazy.
have? Oh my
The cardio,
god!
the way they were punching in like second and third round, they were punching in the last round, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like it was, they were tired, but they just neither one of them relented, man. It was crazy. And Nick Diaz, or Nate, bro, like his chin, what the fuck,
It's baked out of his fucking head, dude.
bro? But you can't beat that guy up. He could lose a fight, but you can't beat him up.
He lost all those brain
Yeah,
cells.
you
He never
can't beat
had
him
them, but
up,
he
bro.
lost whatever he
It's
did have.
crazy. Like, he was getting Masvidal was hitting him with power shots, and Nate, or is it Nate or Nick? Nate was just giving him numbers, bro.
Taps.
You know what I mean? Just getting numbers, bro. Making sure he was winning the punch count.
That's the crazy thing about boxing.
And he survived the entire fucking thing. Like Masvidal was no chump, bro. And he was getting rocked, and Nate was getting rocked, but fucking Nate was getting rocked. And he would just stumble back a couple steps and then come back in with his fucking hunchback and shit and just throwing punches and shit. Yeah.
You taking all that work for, motherfucker?
Who's that? Better media? Yeah, I'll fuck you up.
He said, if my brother was here, I would have beat that guy's ass. That's what he said. He said, if my brother was in my corner, I would have probably killed that motherfucker. That's what he said.
Where has his brother been? I haven't seen him in
his
corner
brother's
in a
about to
minute.
fight in the UFC.
Really?
Was that still happening?
He's fighting. Yeah.
They're bringing back all the old heads to box
He's
each other.
doing an old fight. Is it boxing or is it UFC? I forget.
Well,
Nick is fighting though this year.
I saw it was going to be UFC, but I didn't see like anything official, so that's why I didn't know if that was still happening or not.
Fuck, dude.
That would
I'm
be
pretty
funny.
positive, but it's not going to be great because Nick Diaz is not great anymore. Yeah, Vincent Luque. We talked about this. August 3rd, co-main event.
Co-main.
Yep. That's going to be
Nate also announced that he's coming back to the UFC. He's like, I want the title. I want to come back and show all these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he said
who
he
I
wants to
am.
fight Leon
show all
Edwards.
these
Yeah, I'm just like,
motherfuckers.
bro, stop. Like, you don't have it in you anymore. Like, yeah, you can go in there and take an ass whooping, but you really want to go out brain dead?
Oh, get another money fight, bro. I'd be all right with seeing that.
So did you see how much everyone got paid? So Nate got $500,000.
500.
Masvidal got 300. Pettis was the co-main event against
I don't remember his name. He wasn't very like this was like one of his first fights.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway,
It's one of Masvidal's guys.
Pettis got 350. He got paid more than Masvidal did,
Yeah.
bro. But the best part about all of this is Conor made like 1.5 mil for this fight.
Betting on Nate.
They made more than that, but yeah, that's the gate. That's like their gates. So like they'll make more money for the pay-per-views.
Yeah, they'll
and
get
stuff,
some dividends and shit, but
in boxing, you can bet on yourself though. So maybe Nate put a little wager on himself.
Yeah.
It would have been smart.
Yeah.
Connor betting on Nate is hilarious.
Yeah. He even said it. He was just like, both these guys are chumps, but I think Nate will take it.
As he's fucking got a little broken toe. Shut up.
Nah, I kind of respect his reasoning though.
I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to see him fight like that either,
Yeah,
but
and
still,
that's what he said. He's like, dude, like, and even I think it was Alex Pereira who said, like, hey man, like, because everyone was trying to talk shit. Like Alex went in with a fucking broken toe too, and he's just like, I'm in a different stage than Conor is. He's like, Conor, he's in a different status. He's elite. He doesn't have to fight like this no more. He can come in 100%. And he can call it off. He's like, me, I
Alex
gotta
Pereira
get to
could
that
do that
stage.
too. No, he's fine
but
now.
he's like,
In his
I
head,
gotta
yeah.
get to that stage before I can, you know what I mean? But he's like, Conor, he's up there, bro.
I think Connor.
He made $100 million for fighting fucking Floyd, bro. Like, that's status.
I think he realizes he's got a lot on the line because if he goes in there and just gets worked,
Well, that's
it.
smart
He
though.
knows he's
You
done.
can't hate on that.
I'm not
You can't
hating.
hate
I'm
on
just
him
saying,
for-
don't talk
for-
about other people fighting that are actually active, and especially a
can
guy
do that.
who has beaten you.
Yeah, but he could do that, bro.
He choked him out,
I remember.
made him tap,
I remember.
made him quit.
Huh?
He quit in a fight.
Nate's lost a whole bunch of fights too.
Yeah, but he quit.
Everyone's
some fucking fights, man.
He got choked out. He
It
got
happens.
so tired he
Bro,
got choked out.
He was already this new Conor by then. too,
Yeah.
though, you know what I mean?
He was.
probably drunk, for all we know. You know what I mean? Like, or coked out in there, bro. Like, we just don't know anymore. But he earned his status without a doubt.
He did.
Everyone in the world was a Conor fan before Conor fucking fell off and got his money.
But it was
off
such a
his
long
ass,
time ago at this point too.
That new video he posted, you can definitely he's off the sauce for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Downside
Him
is-
training.
Yeah, he was like at a party or something. He was he's like second workout of the day or something, whatever. And he showed a picture or a video of him in the mirror. You could definitely tell he's downsized quite a bit.
Yeah, I saw a video of him walking out of the gym after he just got done doing cardio. He's like, "This is what they don't see."
Yeah, it was that one.
that one.
That one.
Dude, that dude.
You fool.
Yeah, he's fucked up. The other boxer was Chris Avila.
Avila, yeah, that's
Yep.
right. He was from Diaz's camp too.
Yep.
And the thing that I tripped out on about that dude is he was totally acting like one of the Diaz brothers. Like he's all slow and just super mellow and talks like, I'm just like, come on, bro. Like you train with him at the same, out of his camp, but you seriously talk like him and behave like you're brain dead too.
In all fairness, though, they probably get lit up before they fight.
I don't know. Maybe. But bro, I smoke and I don't act like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. They rip like a different type of, like they're crazy.
They don't smoke more than me though.
I mean,
for sure not.
I don't know. I want to say they grew up like this, but you did too. Yeah.
And I've been smoking longer than them.
But
probably.
then they also do have brain damage too. Like that shit's real. They got that CTE.
It's just funny if his whole camp is like that, bro. Like you want to talk about some hard knocks, bro? They're all fucking half brain dead and talk slow as shit. They're just like the sloth club, bro. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
They should make a freaking Netflix show about that. That would be great. I'd watch that shit. Hey, get the fucking camera out of my face.
They never get anywhere with that documentary, bro. They'd be like, we got like 90 minutes of footage over the last 2 years.
Day in the life with like Nate Diaz.
That would be great.
He would give them nothing.
Nothing at all.
It'd be a whole documentary of get the fuck out of my way.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it though.
I'm trying to take a shit.
Man, I don't want all these fucking cameras in my face.
Do you guys know who Sketch is?
Yeah. So I don't know who he is, but I'm seeing like a lot of media right now on him.
Just right now? Yeah. So Sketch is like just an influencer. He's the guy who does this. He does this all the time. And he's like, okay, yeah. What the fuck? I haven't done it in so long. I can't even remember what he does. But anyway, he's a streamer. He plays video games. People love him. He goes, okay, brother. He did that. I don't know if you guys ever heard that.
Okay, that's
okay,
who he
brother.
Is?
Yeah, and people were doing that for a really long time. And anyway, just this past weekend or yesterday or today, I don't know. I saw it yesterday and today. There was photos of a lookalike of some sort that looked like him. Who there? And you might have to pull this up. He's like a OnlyFans LGBTQ creator. Like in a couple years ago, 3-4 years ago. And like now he's just a dude who plays video games.
What?
Yeah. And it was real. It was actually him. He went out on Instagram and he said, I'll send it to you right now, John. I got you. Yep. So he just posted, I don't know if it's still up, but I sent it to Chase and stuff here. I'll send it to you right now.
What do you mean he was an LGBTQ?
I'll show you. It'll be better if I just show you.
The guy who looks like him was.
Yep. No, it was him. It wasn't really even a lookalike. Everybody was like, oh, it's just a lookalike. It was him. So I sent it to the Modcast group.
Oh, wait.
So
it's from like clean about being an LGBT OnlyFans model.
What?
It looks just like him, but with makeup on in reality.
That was me. That was me. It's okay, though. I will tell you what. Okay. 2 years ago, I did some stuff. I'm sorry if you've seen some of the stuff.
What's wrong with him?
You know, I'm
people
a
acting.
person.
People think he has autism, but I don't think he does. He is acting.
You sure?
Mm-hmm. He's just stressed. He's like famous. He was famous.
Dude, I don't think so. I think there's something wrong with him.
People think he has autism.
I'm just kidding.
And that's all we need to watch in reality. But he gets pretty emotional. And
so he's truthfully admitting it, not just like
not as a joke or anything.
So he had guy on guy.
I don't know if I didn't look it up or nothing, but yeah, I've been watching that shit.
We gotta look it up now.
Yeah. I didn't look it up or anything, but yeah, you're not gonna get it there.
It's all sketches.
Sketch art. But he's like famous for young people and older people for sports in general. Like he lives in Houston and went and practiced with the Houston Texans and met like the quarterback and stuff, who's pretty popular right now. And
God, these streamers are stupid, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of streamers, did you see Subway took another L?
Yeah, that guy's
Dr.
fucking
Death.
Doctor. Is it Death?
I don't know,
Dr. Doom or something like that.
Revenge or
that fucker. Yeah, he said.
Gotta remember his name, Dr. something.
What did he do?
He
was
messaged a girl on a streaming
Underage.
platform, underage girl.
Yep.
But he didn't do anything, he said.
He was messaging her like stuff, and then he was sponsored by Subway. You know, with the whole Jared Fogle thing.
Oh, wow.
So Subway had to drop him.
So the company
Subway just can't get it right.
Yeah,
huh?
right.
the company he was streaming for saw the messages, and then they canceled him because he was like an affiliate with them or whatever, getting paid by them. And so he decided to come out and say, hey, like, I did do these things. I am not proud of it. It wasn't right.
Damn.
I'm looking back at this, and I'm realizing it was wrong of me to be messaging an underage person that kind of information and stuff like that. I am in no way a pedophile, and those people are absolutely disgusting.
Sure.
And
That's what all the pedophiles say when they get caught.
and he said, "Don't label me."
I just
as
wanted
that.
to tell them it's not a good idea to come meet me at 3:00 in the morning here for sex. So that's why I showed up.
Go ahead and take a seat.
Yeah. I didn't see any of the messages or anything, but obviously it's wrong, and so
Well, it must have been bad enough for Subway to drop him.
yeah. I mean, Subway can't really have any affiliation at this
They
point.
already took a major L.
It's crazy Subway's even still around with like Jersey Mike's, bro. Jersey Mike's is way
I
better.
haven't tried them yet, but we just got one in Moorhead.
Yep.
I saw. Yeah.
And the frickin' prices at Subway are just as bad as Jersey Mike's.
Well,
Yeah.
Subway is garbage though too, man.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Like I don't know if it's just the people that work in them now, because
That's everywhere.
but every Subway I go to, man, because my kids love Subway.
Yep.
Bro, the employees for the most part they're like they're usually on crack or something. I'm not even joking, bro. Like it's crazy.
I literally just said this because I was at the one in Devil's Lake.
Yeah.
Usually the small town ones are good.
Well, I even said to my guys I was with, I was like, they've got a combined, all of the line here's got a combined teeth of like 3.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
man.
pretty good though. They couldn't even eat one of the sandwiches
Like,
if they wanted to.
They're just mouth roofing it.
Yeah, just gumming bread.
Just gumming.
Yeah.
You want any lettuce?
Oh, that's fucked up
I
though.
was like, oh, can I get some avocado spread? But leave out the jalapeno.
Hey man,
that's in
truth
there.
is truth. Subway
It
better
is.
start fixing their hiring process because
Shit, that's
It's
everywhere though.
it
That's
is like, bro, I've seen it. It is everywhere, but Subway has this weird reputation right now.
Yeah.
Like with like I've seen it nationwide. People complaining that they close whenever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Like they're not open all the time. You could show up and it'd be one day they're closed, the next day there's a sign saying we'll be back later, and like it's like their employees just do what they want and they hire anybody because they're just trying to stay open.
yeah.
Which I can relate to, but fuck.
But they
bro.
also have like so many freaking chains in one town.
Yeah,
like we
but
literally
they're franchise owned.
But that's what I'm saying. There's so many chains. How can you even find anybody to work? Like you could get one for each, yeah, but 2, 3 for each when you've got a busy location. Like that's
they've overpopulated them.
That's
like
what the issue is.
Like even in Fargo alone, we had like at 1.78 subways,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, there's
in Moorhead. There's
Yeah.
4 subways. I'm pretty positive. 3 subways.
so they oversaturated it, for sure.
What?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
We can hardly even deal with the 3 DQs we got. Like,
Chipotle's went downhill.
what? Have you tried the one off Highway 10 yet?
Where?
Like right as you leave the lakes area. Like, they have one right. Do you know where Cashwise is
In Moorhead.
in Moorhead?
No.
Off of Highway 10.
Okay.
Do you know where Target is off of Highway 10?
Yeah.
It's right across the street
I
from
don't know. I
Target.
don't go that way, but yeah.
Yeah, well, they've got Chipotle over there now, so give that a shot. I thought it was pretty okay. It was really
Here's
salty.
my problem.
This one's not trashy
here's
like the 45th.
Okay. That's one issue. But
Yep.
the other issue is they 100% have been cutting their meat
Oh.
smaller, charging more.
For sure.
Yeah, that's my issue.
Damn.
And then those little stingy motherfuckers behind the counter, you ask for double meat, and they shake it off the spoon like it's coming out of their pocket.
You ever tell them to hook it up the right way?
Well,
I always watch
it just
to see
gets
what the
annoying.
first scoop
Like,
is.
Why do I have to say that
Do
every
you-
freaking time?
Do you go like this? You get a bowl or a burrito, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, okay, rice, beans." You go, "Yeah," and then they're like, "What
I don't
meat would
say
you like?"
second scoop
You
until
don't.
they serve the
Yeah,
first
you
one.
gotta see the first scoop first, and then you say, "Oh, I'll get double meat." Actually,
I
always-
usually will say, can you double chicken, but make it bigger than that? Because like if they make a small spoon or something, because they like
Yeah.
every spoon though, shake it off and make sure it's just in the spoon only.
Yeah.
And that's a small serving. I'm like, you got to make it at least 6-7 ounces.
You can't order ahead, and you cannot tell them you want 2 scoops until they scoop the first scoop.
I have heard that before. I just never thought of it.
Those are the rules. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than if you say, I'll take double meat.
We've hit the Qdoba in Moorhead. Those motherfuckers, if you go in person, bro, they hook it.
They've always
it's just
been
a bunch
good.
of like fools. Like one of them plays football at like MSU or some or Concordia.
Yeah.
And it's just like a few youngster fools, man. But like they do their thing, and but if you go in there and you're like, let me get double steak or double chicken, they'll fucking smack that shit on you real good.
I have gone to the Qdoba next to the store, and one of the guys that works in there has seen me before, and I'd be like, hey, give me quadruple steak.
Was it that black dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got fired.
Did he?
David.
I don't remember his name, but
he'd trade fucking food with them all the time at the store for shakes. And
why'd he
shit.
give? Do you know? Or
I don't know, but yeah, like bro, we went there one time.
Maybe that's why you got fired.
Bro, he made the fattest fucking burrito. I'm like, bro, I don't want all that shit in. He's like, I got you, bro. I got you. Bro. He's just like, can I go get a shake? You think? And I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, it was the biggest burrito ever, man. He's just crazy like
That's
that.
probably why you got fired.
I'm sure it is, man. But he always hooked it up.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk shit about a place, but I don't like that Qdoba. I would eat 45th Street Chipotle over that Qdoba all day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I like the Moorhead Qdoba a lot more than a lot of the Chipotles, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough one.
Why?
It's just
Well, there
good.
you goes for you FM Eats people. Now you know the right Chipotle and the right Qdoba to hit in town.
Oh,
Yeah,
for real.
bitching
For real.
about
And try Jersey
45th.
Mike's over Subway.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's is good. It's
But
just a lot of bread.
The thing is, yeah, you got to get a hot sandwich, honestly. Like, I don't really like the cold sandwiches from Jersey Mike's.
Yeah.
They're the same thing. You might as well get Subway. But the hot sandwiches, like, I get this buffalo chicken one, dude, and that shit's so
Fire.
good. So good.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Go ahead. You want to just end it on this?
We had the wedding this last week.
Oh, yeah, shit,
that's
we
why I
didn't
missed
do
the
that.
podcast, and it went great. It went perfect.
It was awesome.
I cried like a bitch. It was pretty
You made
embarrassing.
me tear up too.
It was tough.
I think
dude.
everyone was choked up except for me, you know?
Yeah, and like we wanted to, yeah.
I looked over and John was going
John was waving his
Yeah,
eyes.
right.
Yeah.
No, I go
yeah.
like this, bro. I don't let people see body language happening. You know, they'll know how I was, bro. So I just blink a lot, like.
I got up there and everything was just weighing on me, like in general, life in general. And I get up there and I start looking around for a second. And I'm like, I can't look around. I'm gonna start crying before anybody
But
even
her
says
speech
anything.
made you cry, even didn't
And then,
it?
well, my mom is
Dion's like, that was perfect. That was the funniest shit ever.
I was so
He like,
excited to say
perfect.
mine too. Like I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And my mom was the officiant, and she started off by talking about some of our relatives that had passed and stuff like that. And instantly when she brought that up, I just thought about my brother, and that just fucked me up. So I was like starting to get my eyes watery. And then she started like quivering when she was talking, and I was like, oh my God, like this is my mom crying.
You knew you were gonna do it before anything,
Yeah.
though, because I
Yeah.
saw your dad hand you the tissue.
Well, I was like,
before
you gotta
guys got
give me
started.
this. Yeah.
He was like, here you go, dude. I was like,
That's when I decided. That's because I looked around the room and then I almost started crying. I looked at my sister Maya and like I was just like, God, I know I'm gonna cry if I look at people. So I stopped looking over in anybody's direction and just focused on like the ground, really.
Yeah.
But Nicole said her speech perfectly.
Yeah, it was dope, man.
And luckily my mom broke it up by saying, "Are you gonna cry?" which helped out a lot. I wish
Yeah.
she would have saved that
She
for
broke
me.
the ice real good.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It was good. My nephew did that to my brother's wife
Okay.
when they were getting married. When he was younger, he was like, "Are you gonna cry?" Like out loud.
Out loud?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then Nicole finished hers. I like just was crying already, and I was like, "Damn." Well, that was really good. Let me take a second here. Tried to get my bearings together. I was speaking, telling everybody how I felt, and just like halfway through, I genuinely like broke for a little bit. Like everything's just been getting to me. I was working all day, every day for the past 2 months, 3 months. I've barely been in the gym lately, and it was like all getting to me. The stress of all of that, the stress of the wedding. And just having it all be done and having everybody there, all my family and friends that we love so much. It was very special, and we couldn't have asked for anything better.
It was dope,
like
man.
it was.
It was we've been to 3 weddings this summer so far now, and I'm sick of weddings.
Yeah.
So I was really happy to be there. It was a dope wedding. You guys you made it really cool because you could tell you and Nicole there was real shit there,
Yeah.
But then when I realized how it was a pretty small, intimate wedding, and I realized damn, I think I even told Cody man, we should feel pretty special because if you look around, this is pretty intimate.
Yeah.
And we got an invite to be here, you know what I mean? So that was pretty dope, man.
And that was the point, and that's why everything was so personal. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have. We would have did private vows, and it would have been something else. But obviously, the people we invited, and if you weren't there, unfortunately, I do care about you, but this is
not
different.
as much as us. That's all.
Just a different story. So these are the people that are here with me and have communicated with me, and we share something more than just being my blood relative. So unfortunately for them, but yeah, no, it made everything else just so much more worth it. It was a great time. I wish we could have did it 3 days in a row rather than just one, because it went by so fast.
It was over
That's what
pretty quick.
happens.
One of the funniest things was it was about 10:30, and I was like, dude, where's Chase at? I asked somebody, and they're like, he's downstairs laying on the floor. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's 10:30? I wait 30 minutes, and I go down there. It's about 11 o'clock now, and he's sitting on the chair. He had just received a IV bag of electrolytes, basically, and from our nurse friend. And so he's like, oh, I'm good, dude. And he says some fucked up shit to one of the ladies that comes down the stairs that's working. And I was like, bro, don't talk to her like you can't say that to her, because he was like, and we might have to cut it, but he was like, oh, does it look like I just did heroin? I was like, dude, you can't say that to people. You don't know her and what she's been dealing with and doing. Fuck. And so then we went downtown.
He rallied.
We had a good time. He rallied. Yeah. We got breakfast.
For the record, not only did we shut down Knox that night, but I cleared the fucking dartboard again.
Yeah, again.
I'm unstoppable on the dartboard,
bro. That's because I wasn't there.
I don't play with John no more in darts. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my time.
I have this innate ability. I must have thrown spears in my past life or something, bro, because I can hit. I don't know why.
It was wild. And then Clay, we had to babysit Clay because he was all the way messed up.
He was gone.
Nicole and I just drank water at the bar because we were trying to sober up for the next day, really. Yeah. Clay ended up sitting on the bench 2 minutes before our Uber arrived. Uber gets there, and I was like, let's go, Clay. And I've dealt with Clay before. So Nicole was like, let's go, Clay, trying to grab him up. And then our buddy Moose, he comes and he's like, Clay, come on, you gotta go. Dude, you're gonna get stuck out here. And I was like, Moose, we're leaving. Let's go. And so we roll out, get in the Uber. Uber stops at the stop sign. Clay's still sitting down. He gets up, starts walking to where we got into the Uber at. And I'm like, we're leaving. Sorry, boss. This is it. He ended up getting a lift home 2 minutes later, was there 5 minutes after we arrived. I was like, what the fuck, bro? You just gotta why not just get in the Uber, bro? That's all you're
you're not as drunk as you're acting,
exactly.
are you?
Exactly. So
you know what happened with my Uber?
What'd you do?
Oh no.
No, it was nothing bad.
He wanted to fight you again? Just like that last Uber.
It was he was a brother from Africa, South Africa, and
you recruited him. I was
trying to recruit him.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Well, I gave him my contact information, and he's definitely interested, but he's got some personal matters to handle first.
That's the way to go.
But yeah, I'm always recruiting.
Good for you, man. That's dope.
That was a great time, though. Great time.
It was a good time. We had a blast.
That's all I got.
Cool. Well, we'll shut it down. We got another podcast to record this week yet, so we'll drop 2 of them on you guys this week. Take us out.
Go ahead, Dion.
Go ahead, Cody.
Dude, you can't drop it out.
Yeah, why not say it ahead of time?
What do you mean I can't drop? You guys assume I have to do it every day.
Because you do it.
Shut it down. Come on.
Okay, so this is the end of the pod. Don't forget to subscribe, share, talk good, talk bad, as long as you're talking about us, and we are out.
We are out.